This shows the control of the competitors as we see from our Bulgarian couple here.
How much has this sport changed over the last 5 or 10 years as far as competitors coming from one particular part of the world and now spreading to become a more international sport? We have, as you pointed out, Bulgarians, more Eastern Europeans coming through.
Sure. In dance sport, Europe has always been a big player in dancing. But these days, we see China and Russia coming up very strong. Italians are also quite dominating this field.
Yeah, just looking at the lineup for this second such event held in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Open. We also have competitors from Lithuania, Poland, and Croatia.
And we have here a couple from Lithuania. You can see they're quite sharp in their tangles.
You also note that the framing tango is more angular and compact. This allows for the couple to communicate with each other much quicker, and then we get a sharper action here.
So on the international stage like this, competitors obviously have to be very multi-skilled. They have to do a very wide variety of different steps and dances.
Yes. The dancers actually go through a lot of training, and takes a lot of years to develop this high level of skill.
So next up, the Viennese Waltz. Now, Anna, just watching from here, it looks to be the easier of the dances. Is that the case?
Actually, it's not. It's actually one of the most difficult dances to do because you have to maintain the frame and you have to maintain a even consistent movement. And you can see the steps are actually quite similar throughout the dance, but the technique is important. And you can see that the dancers are dancing quite quickly, but sometimes you see that they would collide into each other, and that would be a place where the biggest progression was.
Well, just going back to International Dance Sport Federation push for the sport to be included in the Olympics. They have many examples to cite as to why they should join. For example, it really is a truly international sport, but also the fitness levels of these competitors are super high. Now, you pointed out not only do they have to keep up this level of fitness, but they have to look like they're enjoying it, and that's a very difficult thing to do.
Sure, I'm sure you can see on their faces they look like they're enjoying it, but I'm sure deep down inside it is painful.
Many of these dancers have danced 8 rounds since the morning, so for them it's definitely an endurance test.
If you take part in an event like this, how many hours are you looking at of actually being on the floor dancing at this pace?
You mean in terms of practice?
Yeah, how much time during a day, during a competition? Practice and competing.
Okay, on a typical day you might find people practicing 3 to 4 hours daily for 7 days a week. And then you might take a rest when you're too tired.
And as for the competition itself, each dance is played for about 2 minutes, and there's 5 dances. So for 8 rounds, that would be about 15 minutes.
You'd probably, fitness-wise, compare this sport to, say, like the table tennis or badminton. It's very, very quick. And competitors with basically zero body fat, you do burn up a lot doing this sort of thing.
Yeah, as you can see, they all look beautiful and very fit.
I know, well, they're just looking like they still enjoy the dance.
So this Hong Kong Open, one of the premier events in Asia, but just looking around the world during the calendar year, what are most of these top competitors? What's the big tournament they're aiming for?
Well, the biggest tournament in dance sport is probably last year, what is known as British Open. This is probably the most prestigious event in the world.
So bronze medals being handed out there to our second runners-up from Bulgaria, and there are our first runners-up from Lithuania. And our winners this year representing Germany. So that's Simona Segatori and Anna Sudol.
An interesting note here is that this couple has already won 4 competitions in 2008 leading up to this.
the other side after the whole day, the dancing all day, but really satisfied with the performance, the audience, the competition was running really, really good.
It was nice to come back this year as well and to win again.
And also at the Hong Kong IDSF Open, we have, of course, Latin dancing. Starting off with the samba, some of the countries taking part, likes of Croatia, Poland, Australia, Russia, and New Zealand.
This couple from Poland who's showing off some of their hip action and DDDC. This dance is lively, it's fast, and it represents couples dancing in carnival. This dance is particularly popular in Brazil. And you can see couples showing off their skills as well as their technique.
Now, looking at these shoes, particularly the ladies' shoes from a distance, they look like